What's going on, everybody? My name is Adam Castro, and welcome to Sanctify Studios, where I like to create and examine content with a sanctifying and biblical view. I've been focusing heavily on reacting to Christian music lately because I really want to highlight those artists who are being intentional about creating sanctifying and biblical content. So if that's something that you're interested in, then you can do me a huge favor. You can leave this video a thumbs up, you can hit the subscribe button, and you can hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when new videos arrive. All right, guys, there is an artist who I've been meaning to do a reaction for. He's released a couple of songs, and I haven't been able to hear him yet because I've been wanting to save it for the channel, but I'm going to make it happen today. There's a band called Let the Day Perish. They're just starting off. I do believe this is a one-man project, and if I can find his name real quick, I'll say it. I don't think I will be able to, but I'll put it up if I find it later. But so far, the clips sound great. He's just starting off, and for a band that's just starting off, it does sound like above par. And so I'm really excited to check this guy out and see what it sounds like. So here is a new single called Invisible Wounds by Let the Day Perish. Let's check it out. All right. Woo! I love the lyric video effects here. Woo. Just go, go, go. There we go. Woo. I like this. Woo. I love that change between fast pace and then a nice good headbang section. I love that. Great lyrics too. Great lyrics, by the way. I love that this is an entertaining lyric video and that the lyrics are so good. And those bullets turning is so cool. Ooh, I like that. Some cleans are sneaking their way in right there. I can hear a little like Demon Hunter influence in this. It's like go, 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 and I love it. It's really good. Nice. Something's got to break. Something's got to wake me from this nightmare. I just gotta hold on Bass is shining out a little bit more. Love that lead guitar there. Woo. Favorite scream right here, the song right there, that was great. I love that it's becoming a little more melodic here. It's so cool when you can take a fast and heavy song and just turn it into something beautiful too, because this is a beautiful moment in the song. Bring it back to cleans, I like it. Yeah, these images here really put things into perspective too. Really beautiful ending. The veterans crisis line. Yeah, that really did bring the whole message of the song home there in a really powerful way. Because I don't think that was really what was going on in my mind throughout the song, at least. And then once those images started to come up, yeah, it just hits you. Let me double check to make sure the lyrics are down here so we can talk about it. Yes. Musically, I really liked how you had those aggressive vocals there. The song was go, go, go. And you could see me headbang into those like headbang parts. I love that you switched off between the fast beat and then the headbang beat, the breakdown kind of beat. It was so cool. Great use of just going back and forth between those two things, because it gives you a moment to just like mosh and then feel it, mosh and then feel it. Could totally see the song live and really giving some energy to a crowd. And then I love that this song really sections itself off well, with starting off very aggressive, and then you go aggressive, you go back and forth between the fast and the breakdowns, and then the clean vocals come in, and it changes the tone just a little bit and gets you ready for the kind of back end of this song, which is a lot more melodic, a lot softer. There's still screaming going on in that back end, but it kind of goes back to the same thing, where now it's a little bit softer and melodic, and there's only screaming, and then the cleans come in at the end, and then the music drops off, and it's beautiful. It's a really great way to structure it. And like, props to you too for like, how long was this song? Like 6 minutes. I love when artists are not afraid to let the songs go on, because of how you are feeling while making the song. Ben S. Dixon is another guy where his songs are a little longer than most, and I love it because, like, if you're an artist and you're trying to create a feeling, why is Avatar one of the biggest movies in all of, the modern movie making days? Is like, they have these scenes where you just get a picture of the world, right? You get all these scenes where they're shots of just the landscape, shots of just pictures of the animals and the like plants and all that stuff. And I love that there's moments of that in this song where you're just getting the feeling. You're just getting a picture of what he wants you to feel emotionally. And it progresses more and more throughout the song. So I love it when artists are not afraid to just add in everything that they want to add in for this song. You have to understand, like, as musicians and as songwriters, like, when you make a song, you want to put everything into that song that makes sense for the song. Like, you want it to be everything that it can be. And when you're put into constraints of time, into constraints of like quality and all that stuff, it leaves you with like making tough decisions. And I think that making a song short is an unnecessary tough decision. You know, like, put in the song what you want to put into the song. Add emotional changes, add dynamics, add an outro, you know, add an intro, add an outro, all of those things. And then, you know, create diversity within an album for sure, or create diversity within your discography, of course. Um, but if there's a song where you really want it to be a longer song, like, make it happen. Because especially here, I didn't catch on to the deeper meaning of this song until like the very end. So I needed each and every one of those minutes to click for me. So really, really great job with the song. I love that the cleans again were kind of brought in at the end of each section, and they sounded great. It sounds all really, really good. Let's go over the lyrics real quick because there's a lot of really cool things to talk about. You got me looking at me like I'm the only enemy. Baptized me in the fires of war. Tear my heart out. Oh, what I'd do if I could settle the score. Slow down, one round, guns cocked, minds locked. Breathe in, breathe out. Bring me back home. I think this is definitely some imagery of someone going through trauma of it says right here, baptize me in the fires of war, looking at me like I'm the only enemy. The like war that goes within someone's mind when they go through war, when they go through that kind of trauma. There's just so much imagery here that's like that's putting you right in the middle of war, where it's like slowing down, one round, guns cocked, minds locked, breathe in, breathe out, and you're just hoping to just get pulled out of that. Bring me back and bring me back home. So we continue on. Tear out our eyes and feed them to the wolves that we despise. Invisible wounds for the ones that are voiceless, for the ones that are broken and entombed. We all bleed the same, but some are burdened to carry the dead's weight. We all grieve the same, but some are burdened to carry the dead's weight. I think that this is like really speaking to honestly how I felt listening to this song. I was blind to the message of the song until the very end, and like, that's how a lot of people can feel when they are going through trauma that's mental and internal. They can feel like people are blind to what they're really going through. These are wounds that you can't see. These are wounds that aren't external. You can't see the bleeding, and you can't see the pain, and you can't see the hurt, but it's still there, and it still hurts. You know, it's still trauma. And so this is a song that's making us realize that, hey, these wounds are just as real as external wounds. Continuing on through the song, I try to keep it together like I'm unfazed by what I've been exposed to. Oof. I'm so tired of all these relapses. I tear at my mind and feed it to the wolves that we despise. Invisible wounds for the ones that are helpless, for the ones that are broken and entombed. We don't heal the same and always carry ourselves as a burden. We'll never be the same. We're only left with suffering. Oof. It's really difficult, I'm sure, to go into a time of war and to be in that kind of a battleground, and to be in that kind of setting, and to have a certain mindset, and to have real dangers like that, and then to be placed in, you know, into being a civilian, and to be placed back into the world that we all live in. and to feel a disconnect, like no one understands, like no one truly feels what you feel, and no one truly sees what you see and remembers what you remember. And you know, as the church, we really need to fight harder to empathize and be all things to all people, and really try to put ourselves in other people's shoes, because there is real pain and real hurt and real trauma, and a desire to be seen and a desire to be understood by these people. And like, it sucks when there's no one in your life who can really connect with how you feel and how you hurt. And it says right here, it leaves you with the feeling of like, we'll never be the same. We don't heal the same. And there's that disconnect, and we have to fight to bridge that disconnect. We have to fight to really see them, to really see what they're going through in that pain. So continuing on, yeah, something's got to break. Something's got to wake me from this nightmare. I just got to hold on, and I need some time to break this shell of a man. I hope it won't be too long, and I need some strength to face this hell that I am in. I'm sinking deeper than ever with my own demise. Can't live my life in the past, or it's the death of me. Renew my mind, for you will do greater things. Let me go back to that intro. Slow down, one round, guns cocked, minds locked. Breathe in, breathe out. Bring me back home. Tear out our eyes and feed them to the wolves that we despise. Invisible wounds for the ones that are hopeless, for the ones that are broken and entombed. Yeah, just, and again, these images of just like begging God and crying out to God to renew the mind. And, that's a real thing. That's when we talk about renewing our mind, we think of our mind leaning towards sin and having a renewal of mind towards heavenly things and to righteousness. But this is literally a cry out of like, there are things in my mind that I don't want to think about, and I don't want to meditate on, and I don't want to continue coming back up and causing me hurt and pain. Like, I need renewal. I need like a rebirth of my mind. And yeah, because you're in that place of like, something has got to break. Something has got to cause a change, and it's either going to be my will, and then the Lord working in my life to break the cycle of this pain, or it's going to be the pain that breaks me. And so, yeah, this is some deep stuff. Going on to the rest of the song. I hear your voice from a distance. I see the light breaking through. Oh, exposing all of my wounds that this world may never know. Oof. Again, it must be so hard to feel that disconnect of people who just don't understand, what it's like to bear the burden that people who go to war have to bear. And this song is really, really pointing that out. And there's a big emphasis on this last line being repeated over and over and over again. I hear your voice from a distance. I see the light breaking through, exposing all of my wounds that this world may never know. I think that we have to remember. We really, really have to remember, and not make it this cliche thing, but really we have to meditate on the truth that even if the world may never connect with us, even if the world may never empathize with us, even if our church never empathizes with us, even if our best friends never empathize with us and see us and understand us, even if our families don't see us and understand us, we have to lean on the truth that Christ does, that we have to trust that Christ experienced every form of sin and every form of pain and every form of temptation and every form of test and all those things, that he experienced those things and understood them on the cross, and that he can empathize with us. Whatever that pain is, whatever the trauma, whatever the struggle, Christ can empathize with us. And we have to lean on that, and we have to know that he sees it, that he's shining a light on it, and he's exposing it, and he understands and he sees it, and he's willing to help you with that. He's willing to reach out and be in your life working to renew your mind, be in your life working to renew those memories and the perspectives that you have, and maybe even the consequences of those things in your life, that he's willing to work in you. And I think there's a line here that says greater things, right? Let me look for it real quick. Yeah, for you will do greater things. Renew my mind, for you will do greater things. Like, yes, like there is another side to this. There is an end. There is another side, and you have to remain steadfast. And whether that other side is in your lifetime, where God's going to deliver you from those things and he's going to put it in the rear view and allow you to have a renewed, fresh perspective, and you are free from the pain, you're free from the trauma, or it's going to be after this life when we're with God and we're with Jesus, and all of this is just going to be a distant memory. So we have to rest on that truth as much as possible, that God still sees our invisible wounds. Great job with this song. Let the Day Perish. I want to find your name. Let me see. Oh, okay. Here it is. Let the Day Perish is Jose Marrero. There we go. Jose and Juan Marrero and Ian Webster. Okay, it is a band. It is a band. Awesome. So 3-piece band looks like. Let the Day Perish is Jose Marrero, Juan Marrero, and Ian Webster. So awesome job, you guys. I love it. And keep doing what you're doing. Keep creating those awesome moments of tension where it's that fast breakdown and then beauty. Like, that was a great mixture of all those three things all wrapped into one song. And then the lyrics are just great. Absolutely. I think anybody who is struggling with this can listen to this song and instantly connect with it. And your video just did a really good job of helping to capture a listener into the music. And then by the very end, just like deliver this message of like, hey, by the way, there are people who are hurting, who have dealt with this, with these things, who need you to see them and need you to be the hands and feet of Christ in the body of Christ, and reach out to them and help them. And I love too that you guys added in that that call line for people who are struggling. So really great job, guys. If you enjoyed this video, then go and make sure that you give Let the Day Perish a follow. They're a new band, and so like it's going to be awesome to see them continue to grow and continue to become even better and better in their music and in their songwriting and all that stuff. So we all get to be a part of that journey with them. So I'm super excited about that. If you want to support me and what I'm doing here, then you can do me a huge favor. You can leave this video a thumbs up, you can hit the subscribe button, and you can hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when new videos arrive. And until next time, guys, I will see you in the next video. Take care.